This is Tim Hill, Local 690, Spokane, Washington. I'm a trucker, and I'm just here supporting the SEIU workers. They're on a 24-hour strike at Deaconess and Valley Medical Center, and just trying to get the message of exactly what this 24-hour strike is about and what the community needs to know. And so we've got a couple SEIU workers here, and I want to let you know I appreciate your time on this strike line. I'm a firm believer in unionism, and what are the issues?
Staffing. And one thing is, we've been bargaining since December of last year, and we have gotten nowhere. Everything they've come back with has been a no. And
Wow.
It's very frustrating.
Wow.
Very, very frustrating.
Well, and it doesn't just affect the union members, it affects patients, which means it affects patients' families. It affects the whole community here in Spokane, Spokane Valley, Spokane County. I mean,
Exactly.
These are major hospitals that we have, and if patients aren't getting taken care of, then we have major issues. And so this is not just a union thing, it's a community thing.
My nurses work really hard. Patients that we have now on the floor used to be ICU patients, say 4, 5, 6 years ago. They're expected to take 5 patients. Plus, if a patient has to go off for an x-ray or a test, the nurse has to take them and she has to go back and bring them. Now that leaves her remaining patients she has to ask somebody else to take care of. So that nurse may have 9 to 10 patients for 15, 20, 30 minutes. You know, patients are sicker.
Yep.
They are older, they are sicker. They can crump in a second. It's not appropriate. And I feel that, and I don't know how Diane feels, but with all these new regulations, they are taking these nurses farther and farther away from the bedside.
Wow.
They don't take breaks. They barely get lunch. They work till they drop.
Yeah. All for patient care.
All for patient care. They give the best patient care that is possible in their situation. You know, these nurses are professionals and they work really, really hard. I'm the secretary on a cardiac unit. I know how hard they work. I work hard.
Absolutely.
I don't take breaks.
Yep.
Because if I take breaks, I'm going to be on overtime.
Wow.
And I filed a grievance a few years ago because I didn't get breaks. They don't care.
Yeah.
They
And
don't.
state law
They
mandates
don't.
breaks.
Breaks.
You know,
Exactly.
mandates
Yeah.
allowing people to just go to the bathroom
I know.
on top of breaks. So, I mean,
Well,
this is not extreme
And
issues
that's
that we're talking about.
frustrating because when I do say, I need to go to the bathroom, will somebody answer the phone?
Yeah.
I go in and I hear the phone ringing and
Yeah.
ringing. It's like, you said you would answer it.
Yeah.
Just pick up the phone. It's
Yeah.
so frustrating. But I work the same unit Marie does, but I also work in the ICU, which they're supposed to have 2 patients. And there's times when they have 3. Last night, I had a nurse that had 3 patients. Plus, she's helping with other issues and stuff and everything. And if you have 2 vented patients, and then you have a 3rd one on top of that,
Somebody's going to
Oh.
lose out.
somebody, yeah.
They're not going to
Something's
get the
gonna
care
happen.
that they need. And
Yeah.
that's just not appropriate.
Yeah.
It is not
And our low
appropriate.
census is ridiculous.
Sure. And
The
just so
census
people
is
know
low.
what low census is it's not guaranteeing the hours
They were hired for.
that people are hired for. This is supposed to be a full-time job, and there's numbers set that if enough beds aren't filled, then they need to drop staffing levels. And again, that's patient care. And so since they set the levels that they're these levels that they create, it could be a patient care issue already and not have enough staffing with fuller beds, and then they drop down and maybe we're at a safe level, but they want to toss people back home. And again, it affects patients. So a lot of people may not know, unless they're in the hotel or hospital industry, what census is, but that's what it is. And it's not a state mandated thing. And so the company's determining what the census levels should be rather than concentrating on patient safety. And so again, this is a community issue, not just a union issue. We got wages involved, seniority involved, but number one, it's taking care of people, humans, your neighbors, your family.
Our
So,
patients deserve the best
Care.
patient care
That they can
possible.
get.
absolutely.
And the way they staff these days,
Yep.
mistakes are made a million times a day in hospitals all through the country. Most of them are non-harmful, non-threatening to the patients. Patients and family never find out about it. You know.
But we can eliminate
about
that
that.
from
Yeah,
happening with
absolutely.
proper staffing.
We don't have enough staffing. People get in a hurry. They don't follow certain rules because they're in a hurry. They're running late.
Shortcuts.
Yeah,
Shortcuts.
no
Shortcuts.
doubt. No doubt. There should be no cuts and no shortcuts taken when it comes to patients. But anyways, thank you, ladies, for your time. I'm
thank
Tim
you.
Hill, Teamsters Local 690, Spokane, Washington, East Washington, North Idaho.
Thank you. Diane.
Diane.
Marie.
Thank you too. I appreciate it.
Thank you.